6:52, time for the morning sprint.
The Wisconsin State Legislature is meeting today for a special legislative session. One of the key issues Governor Evers wants to focus on is child care. He's looking to extend the pandemic-era child care counts program. This comes as child care centers across the state are struggling to meet demand. Evers says the funding is needed to keep providers' doors open.
Well, people in Madison city limits can now legally own a pig. City Council approved that change last night by a vote of 11-8. Someone against the proposal said last night that folks may ignore the law and it could lead to a rather unpleasant smell.
I'm sure that will happen. Assembly Speaker Robin Vos is blocking pay raises for thousands of UW employees. He says if the university doesn't cut $32 million from diversity, equity, and inclusion programs and staff, he will not approve those raises. Vos says DEI programs are a waste of money and further racial divides.
The future of Madison's public market is up in the air this morning, despite last week's open house. The project was recently put out for bids. The numbers came back larger than the city expected. As of July, the estimated budget was $12.5 million. The lowest bid came back $1.5 million over the estimate.
The Dane County Board will consider 3 appointments to the board today. Jay Brower, Chad Kemp, and Stephen Peters. Brower would represent District 13, Kemp District 32, and Peters District 9. If approved, all 3 would serve through the end of the 2022-24 County Board term.
Well, listen up if you're looking for some seasonal work. Amazon's hiring over 4,000 employees in the state for holiday seasons. Full-time, seasonal, and part-time roles are all available with signing bonuses from $1,000 to $3,000 across the country. Amazon plans to hire 250,000 more people.
Today, world leaders at the UN General Assembly will discuss climate change. Notably, though, leaders from nations contributing the most to climate change are absent, except for American President Joe Biden. China, Russia, and India's leaders have all decided to skip the General Assembly. This comes at the end of the hottest summer on record.
House Republicans plan to hold their first hearing next week in their impeachment inquiry into President Joe Biden. The Thursday hearing is expected to focus on constitutional and legal questions that surround his son Hunter Biden's overseas business. When asked by reporters about the inquiry, President Biden told Republicans, "Good luck."
Azerbaijan and Armenian forces are ending 2 days of fighting. The groups reached a ceasefire deal this morning. Officials in a disputed ethnic Armenian enclave of the country say at least 27 people were killed and 200 injured after the military there entered an Armenian-controlled region of the country. The government says it was fighting terrorism.
All right, good morning. 5 minutes away from 7 o'clock. We are tracking a couple of showers. A lot of these have been dissipating. You can see that one that tried to move toward Monroe and Greene County and dissipated. We've had one also may head toward Janesville. If it does maintain its strength or holds together, it'll be there at about 7:26 this morning. Otherwise, it's warming up this morning behind a warm front. Temperatures in the 50s. We're in the 60s here in southern areas of the state. Behind that warm front will continue to rise. You'll notice the humidity up as well. Low 70s at the noon hour, topping out in the upper 70s later today. A few peaks of sun here and there going into the afternoon as we climb into the upper 70s. Winds will be out of the south at about 5 to 10. I think tomorrow mainly dry and with a little bit more sunshine, could be getting up very close to 80. Upper 70s Friday. We do have a chance of showers and storms right now. It looks like Thursday night into Friday morning. I think generally dry Friday afternoon, Friday night, even into Saturday before we have another round of some storms by Sunday and Monday of next week.
Okay. Looks like summer is barely hanging on there.
Trying.
Thanks, Kelly. We're back in 30 minutes with the news and weather update.